Then you'll simply take your slide. You're going to basically put it in the same way you took it out. Put it in from the rearward position. Slide it into the small 2 grooves back here. You'll see them. That's right behind the ejector. You'll put them in backwards to that angle. Once you get to a point, you'll go forward and you're going to push down. And when you're pushing down, you're actually inserting these 2 grooves into this little bitty, I don't know if you can see this here, this is actually your recoil spring lever here. There's 2 of them on each side. I forget what they're exactly called, but these are your recoil spring basically. You're inserting these grooves into that recoil spring. So you'll push back, get it over to the point, get it where you want it, and you're going to push down, and this will insert those 2 slots into the recoil spring assembly. You'll hear a little click. That's the click to make sure it works, and then go ahead and close your barrel trap over top of it. Lock it in to make sure everything's a hunky-dory. Go ahead and rack the slide a few times to make sure everything works. And there you go, everything's ready to go. Alright, some pros about this gun. One thing I love about this gun is its safety location. What I mean by that is it has almost a 1911 style safety. It's a drop style safety that you use with your thumb. It's very comfortable for the shooter to do. One thing I think 1911 shooters love is their safety location, because you're able to easily grip the firearm, draw it, and as you're drawing the firearm, to drop that safety with that thumb and come to the target. This way you don't have to adjust your grip or push some kind of odd button to move out of the way. It's very easy. You simply drop your thumb, and your thumb's in that natural shooting position that you want when you're shooting. Alright, another pro about this firearm is its size. It's very small, as you can see. It's about the size of my hand, the palm of my hand. Very small. Whenever you're carrying concealed, most people, you have to kind of decide what you're going to wear, what type of holster you're going to do to conceal a firearm properly. For this, you really don't have to do that. You can simply wear whatever you want to do and just throw this in your baby in your pocket. It'll fit in any of your pockets, even the small little shirt pocket that you want to do it. That's one thing great about this. It's extremely tiny. Alright, another pro about this firearm, it has great trigger pull. Something like the double action trigger pull on this, I say it would probably about 6-7 pounds maybe, but extremely smooth pulling back and ready to go. Something like, let's say for example, the Kel-Tec P32, I believe has a 6 and 7 pound trigger pull also. It's somewhere on that same range, but this seems smoother and overall better. One thing I love about this is also you can shoot this from the single action mode, which I say the trigger pull then is about 3 pounds. And what I mean by this is you can literally cock the firearm, get it so it's in its single action mode, and put the safety on. You basically got like a 1911 right here with a single action mode and drop style safety. Of course, it's not that caliber, of course, but it's in that ease ability to pull and shoot. So you can literally pull this, and you have a 3 pound trigger pull ready to go to shoot the firearm itself. Very light trigger pull. Alright, another pro about this gun is it's very easy to shoot. One thing I hear a lot of, and I see a lot of, is women buying these for their carry guns because they're so easy to shoot. Even with a hot round like a Stinger in here, it's still very easy to shoot. The grip on it is perfect, and women just tend to really go towards this firearm for a concealed carry gun. Alright, another pro about this firearm is its grip. It has a very good grip. Even though you can't get your pinky in there for the grip itself, you still get a very tight grip because of the large beaver tail. It allows you to pull you in real good and tight without having to worry about slide bite of any kind. The slide coming back and hitting you with your grip. You don't have to worry about that because of the large beaver tail. It's just a very good grip for the firearm. Alright, some cons about the firearm. It's a low caliber. Depending if you get the 22 one or the 20 or 25 one, it's still not much stopping power. I would say a great backup gun, or maybe even a primary carry gun for a lady or something like that. But for a main carry gun, it's a little wimpy on the wimpy side, for caliber wise. Okay, another con about it, it's a little picky with ammo. I'm sure as you've seen in the ammo test, I didn't like too many types of ammo in it. But when you do find the one that works, it tends to work damn near 100% of the time. So I wouldn't say it's bad with ammo. It's just a little picky, a little more pickier with ammo than most. Okay, the biggest con I got with this firearm is its lack of an extractor. What I mean by this is most firearms, they have an extractor that literally grabs the brass, the shell casing, and pulls it out after each shot. It's a very efficient way to do it. You have the extractor that pulls it, and then you have the ejector that hits it at an angle and bounces it out, so that way it's clear to feed another one. This has an ejector, but it don't have an extractor. That can cause some problems, as you've seen in my video with failure to extract sometimes, especially with something like the rimfire cartridge, that when you hit it, you actually put a crimp in the rim of the brass itself. And say your chamber is a little dirty or something like that, that crimp will enlarge that shell just enough, and it will force that brass to stay in the chamber. It won't extract. This one works by blowback operation, by simply extracting with the concussion and the ejection, the natural forces pushing the brass back. That's how that works. It just pushes it out. But if you have any kind of failure up in here, your extractor, or lack thereof, won't extract it. So you basically are screwed. Okay, modifications for this. There's not a lot of them that I know of. Only ones I really know that you can do for this thing is the grips. I'm sure as you've seen in this one, it has these nice pretty wood grips. It goes really good with a firearm, and overall it looks really nice. But other than that, I really don't know of any other modifications you can really do to this firearm. I mean, it's such a small little bit firearm. I don't know. Somebody else might know something.
Okay, you also have something like these pierce grips right here. You have the normal side-by-side grip, and you also have the wraparound grip. The wraparound grip kind of gives the shooter a little bit bigger grip. Okay, there's many different types of holsters out there available for this firearm, but I wanted to talk about one that until now was legal, aka now it's not illegal for everyday citizens to carry. It's basically called a wallet holster. Because of the new fabulous law in the land of so-called freedom, this holster is now considered what you call an AOW, which means any other weapon. It's basically in the same classification as like a silencer. In order to carry this particular setup like that, you must fill out an ATF form, excuse me, pay a nice little tax, and check your local laws and make sure it's legal in there. To really find out if this is legal or not is extremely hard, because local police officers do not know anything about the law. I know I asked my local police and they didn't either. So in order to find out about your local area, you're probably going to have to contact the ATF and see what they say about it.
Hey everybody, here we're on day 6, I believe, of the Beretta 21A review. We're out here fixing to do the ammo test, and I thought I'd walk you through some of the things I do. Okay, first of all, I gotta show this little brat. He won't get out of my way. This is this old Jakey, my crippled dog. Here we got all the gear right here. What the hell are you doing? Here we go, all the gear I use. Got all the ammo, different types of ammo I'm going to use in the test. Of course, the firearm itself, a couple spare magazines, and some cleaning rods, because I'm going to use that in the test also. He will be in his kennel while I'm doing this test, but I'm just letting him run right now. Be good, buddy. Here's the camera stand I'm going to use. I actually found this in the trash a while back. Of course, you see the top half don't look quite like a professional camera rig. It's because it's not. It was broken off. So I rigged it up. So you got your little tilting rig here, and you got a little bit of pivot to it also, and of course you can adjust the bipod itself to get the angle you want. But yeah, not bad for a little free rigged up camera rig. And that's it. Well, that's pretty much it. It's getting dark right here right now. It's starting to get a little light, so I gotta hurry up and make this video. But that's all involved, nothing special. Yeah, right, Jakey.